In this episode there's upgrading the head, doing autopilot, doing a bit of sewing and repairing the anchor winch and repairing some sails. Enjoy! And so I've been meaning to do something with the head, the shower floor, and I've just dug up a tile and it seems to have some sort of stainless steel base in it. So I'm really quite interested to figure out what exactly is there. That'd be nice. Some sort of stainless steel situation. Anyway, I'll dig up the tiles and have a look. This is exciting. So I'm very happy with the new floor, and that horrible smell's gone, so that's fantastic. The other day I pulled the anchor up, it got to the top and it hit the bow roller and went straight back down again. So I had to go up on deck and grab the chain, slow it down and tie it off. So I pulled the gypsy off and found that the ratchet in the top is just completely worn out. It's probably 35 years old, 40 years old or something like that. So it's past its use by date. It's more or less there to allow you to use the winch manually if the engine ever fails. So I have actually had that happen before, and I've tried to do it manually and it's almost impossible. So what I'm going to do is to just join this ratchet part straight to the gypsy, so it's a solid connection to the shaft for the motor, and it won't have a ratchet, which should work just fine. So what I'm going to do is put liquid steel between the two parts just to locate them in the right position. As you can see, there's some distortion in the ratchet part, but that should be fine. I'll push the steel in there, locate it, and then I'll drill 4 holes, I'll tap them out and put studs in them, and that should hold it in position and prevent it from twisting, which is the only force that it needs. So here it is with the liquid steel in, and then I've just got to drill the holes. I'm going to clamp it as well just to ensure that it can't move while I'm doing that. But as you can see, there's a really good connection, a tap where it's tapped out, it's got a really good connection to both parts. So with 4 of those studs it should, Loctite it in, be very, very solid. It can't go up, can't go down, and I think that'll be perfectly fine for it was originally a temporary measure until I can get a new one, but I think this will be fine. So I'm fairly happy with that, I think. I thought the Coast Guard towing in a trawler was pretty impressive, that's for sure. I pulled the Genoa down to sew up the UV strip, which was pretty easy. It's rather handy having a sewing machine on board. What we have here is a Whopper motor from a Toyota Land Cruiser, and a chain and sprocket kit from a Honda Postie bike. The plan is to mount the wiper motor to the steering column and mount the sprocket, the large sprocket, onto the steering wheel and the small sprocket onto the wiper motor. So what I'm going to be doing is to weld that small sprocket to the little piece that went on there. This is my workspace. Not very not very much of it really. My hole saw's deep in storage, so I'm drilling out the hole. I've got a 5mm plate and a 3mm plate that I'm joining together. So that's going to slide into the sprocket. I've cut it off there, and it'll more or less go straight, weld it straight onto the steering wheel. Then I'll drill some holes for the pin to go in so that I can lock it in place. So when I want to operate the autopilot, I can just put the pin in and it'll start working. A bit of driftwood I found. As you can tell, it's a really rough, miserable day here in Tin Can Bay. Sail without a motor. Awesome, 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 awesome. Woohoo! Travel across the country with using no fuel at all. Just sails, baby, just sails. I'll be using them whenever I can. Looks pretty good. I've got the genoa up now instead of the jib because I'm going downwind. Everything seems to be working fine. It's not much wind, so I'm not going particularly fast, but gee, it's so much quieter. Absolutely spectacularly quieter. Awesome. It's very nice to wake up at Gary's anchorage